Hello everybody, welcome to my nookery. My name is Linda and it is podcast number 18, take 2. It's a Thursday morning and it's snowing. I did do this podcast yesterday, guys, but my camera chewed, or should I dare say, I have no idea what happened, but it got chewed. So I'm doing it all again today, Thursday. So if you were at my live yesterday, it was so much fun and it was lovely to have our air sealer back. Everything that I'm going to mention here today will be mentioned, it will be in the description box below. And yeah, it's been, I think it's been 4 weeks since I last saw you guys. I, as you all know, said goodbye to my dad, and then I said goodbye to my mum, and yeah, so onwards and upwards, guys. If anything, it's brought me and my baby sister closer together, which is lovely. So what have I got to talk to you about today? First thing off, what am I wearing? Well, I am wearing my Whitmore a sweater, and this is made with earth cotton yarn. This is like a silver grey, and then I've got the charcoal, and even though it's quite lacy around the yoke and that, it is quite a warm sweater, and I think I finished this last year, and I love it. It washes lovely, and yeah, so first thing, the order of the order of how this podcast is going to go, I would advise you guys to get yourself a cup of tea or a cup of coffee or a drink of your choice. Sit back, relax and enjoy, because I have got finished objects, finished projects, I've got works in progress, I have got future projects, and I've also got acquisitions. So without further ado, let's make a start. Now the first, well, I'm just doing them. First hat is another hat for the homeless. This is my design. Now I can't remember if I showed this in the other in last month's podcast. If I did, I apologise, but here it is again. I finished 5 projects in February, and this was one of them. This is using Stylecraft 4-weight Aran, and my own design, and my signature front post, back post with the crab stitch. And that was the scarf that I wore for my mum's funeral. So she sits there. I did do 2 pairs of socks for February, and one of them was a tutorial, a shorty sock tutorial, and I know I showed you that in the last podcast. And these are my next pair of socks. So I made 2 pairs of socks last month in February, and this is the shallow sock pattern by Kay for the Crazy Sock Lady, and I've used Yarnable Samore from last year. So there's my pair of socks, very nice. So they were for last month. I've also done another tutorial, guys. Let me just show you. This is a whip, but I need to show you this first. So this is my star flower motif, and so just wanted to, now this is on finger weight. I did it on its own using a 3-weight, a DK James C. Brett pure cotton, and made a coaster with it. And that, so you can, this star flower, you can make coasters, you can make a blanket, which I'm going to be doing, and then I made this doily, and this is a tutorial as well which went out last Friday. So this is the tutorial. I show you how to do the star flower and how to join it together. And this is made with a 4-weight. This is Yarn Bees 101 acetate in ivory, and this actual doily is going to go onto my coffee table in my sunroom or conservatory if you're here in the UK. So yeah, so they are another finished project, and I'm going to do these coasters. I'm going to make some more of these coasters because I think they'll be a nice gift at Christmas. Very Easter, they'll be nice. In fact, I'm going to do these in this colour for my sunroom. Yeah, so I've got another 3 more to do, so I'm going to do them. Ursula, who I mentioned before, OM Granny Square, she put out a new shawl pattern called My Beautiful Friend, and I made it with Bramblewood cotton yarn with multicoloured stellina, and there will be pictures at the end of this video for everybody to have a good look, because I don't think you could see. So this is the shawl that I made. Beautiful pattern, very easy, and she has a hyperlink in the pattern where she shows you how to do it. Now let me just show you, because this yarn was 4 strands and then you had a strand of stellina. I didn't do the puff stitch, I did the bobble because I felt it would catch on bracelets or whatever, so I did, I'm sure here I did the bobbles instead of the puff stitch. I still think it looks nice, but can you see the stellina in it? I hope you can. So mine isn't quite as big as I wanted it to be, but I think that's the nature of the beast, and the yarn that I used, even though I did go up a hook size, but then again I am a tight knitter. I'm not super tight. I'm a, you know, a tight, not knitter, crocheter. I'm not tight knitter at all. So there we are. So that's that. So they were all my February finished objects. Now next weekend is the can't see, I've got 17th of March. So the 17th and 18th and 19th of March I'm going to Norwich for the East Anglian Yarn Festival, and I'm going to be meeting up Martin from Knit, is it, oh, I can never get his Knit blog, I know it's 365 Knit blog, so let me just get it, because it will annoy the life out of me. Let me see. Knit 365 blog. Sorry, Martin. So sorry. So I'm actually going to be meeting him. But next Wednesday, on the 15th of March, I'm going to be interviewing Martin. So I'm really super excited. So yes, and I'm going to be meeting a lot of other podcasters. So, yeah. So they're my February makes. So anyway, as I was telling you, so March they had a knit along. And if you just bear with me, I've forgotten the pattern. So we're on the 9th of March and I've got a finished project. So those of us who are attending this yarn festival in Norwich are doing... having a knit along. There was a knitted sweater or the granny hexagon cardigan by Craft and a Cuppa. So mine looks not so this is my version of it. And I finished it, guys. And this yarn is FiberSpates. It's FiberSpates yarn in peacock. So you've got purples and teals, but it doesn't look like. Can you see what I'm trying to say? It's not bold colours. And I did my own finish off. I did double crochets, and then I did the crab stitch around the edge. It's all been blocked, and the sleeves, I wanted the 3/4 sleeve. I will have a photograph of me wearing this at the end of this video. And then obviously I've done the crab stitch. So that is my first finished project for March. So I'm really pleased with how it's a shorty. I've always wanted to do the hexagon cardigan, and now I can say I've done it, guys. I've done it. So yeah, so I'm really really excited. So I'll be wearing that next weekend. And that is Superwash Merino, and it's the Granny Hexagon Cardigan by Craft and a Cuppa. So yeah, and I think I used, was it 5 or 6? I think I used 6 skeins for this. So yeah, I'm really pleased with it. I like the colours. Obviously they're my colours, aren't they? Purple and teal. So yeah, so they're all my finished projects. What do you think? So now we're going to move on to my works in progress. And I've got quite a few, guys. Not as many as I thought I had. Well, obviously finishing. And so the first one I'm going to talk about is I'm taking part in the hashtag the 100 day project, and I am using all my mini advents from last year, Vicky Brown's. So I've wound them all up into little squares, and I am making granny squares and sock yarn, Superwash Merino sock yarn that I had left over from socks I made last year and the couple that I've made this year. And I am making granny squares, and we're on day 16 today. So this is day 16's, and as you can see, this is the yarn that was left over from my cardigan. So yeah, so that's today's. So as you can see, I've got a nice little bundle, and they're all different. What I've tried to make sure that they're not solid colours. They've got a little bit of interest in them, kind of like that. And then we've got that, and them, and the pink. So I'm using all my sock scrap yarn. That is Superwash Merino, and I thought what a nice way to use up my advents. And I'm going to be using a solid navy blue to put them all together, but I'm not putting them together until they're all 100 squares are done, because then I want to arrange them. And then once they're arranged, they're all going to be joined with navy blue, and then I'm going to do a border around. So yeah, so that is one of my whips, and this is going on until I think the 1st of June. So there's that, and I've got a bag. This is just this is not all of it, guys. So some, and on average I can get kind of like two and a bit squares. So yeah, so that's whip number 1. Whip number 2 is not last year, the year before. I got Reggie, J Hook Crochet. I bought her advent, which was the first advent, and her advent had stellina in, and these I've caked up some of the yarn. I've still got plenty more, and what I'm doing is I'm doing my star flower. So I'm just going to go, as you can see, it's a hexagon, 6-sided, isn't it? Yeah, so it's 6-sided, so this is going to be a hexagon. I'm not sure how I'm going to finish it off, but I'm just working round and round until it's all done. So I'm just following, I think this was the last one. This was the last square, that flower that I did. So from there I'm going to, you know, I'm coming to here and I'm working round. And yep, so I'm just following the yarn on. Lots of greens in this one, because after this I've still got 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and then I've got the 25th skein, which is 100 grams. So it's predominantly going to be a lot of greens in this, but I don't mind. It's I think it's going to be really pretty. Something different, guys, just something, you know, when you're knitting and you want to do a bit of crocheting, just to take your mind off. So that is whip number 2. It seems I've got 4 whips that are crochet. Yarny Fibre Sisters, as always, have got their calendar, crochet along, knit along, and I am making, one of the challenges for me this year was to learn how to do the waffle stitch. So I thought, what better way than make a blanket? So, and combine the two, the Yarny Fibre Sisters challenge and my challenge to myself to make this. So for the calendar, I am using landscapes, and from each, and there's all the pictures. So for each month, so for January, that's January, and that is, so I'm using a neutral, which is called Mushroom. This is Stylecraft Aran, so it's a 4 weight. So let me just see, I've only just started Marches, but I was so tired last night I went to bed. There we are. So this is January. So I started off with 2 rows of waffle stitch. Then I've done 6 rows for January. Then I've done 2 rows of waffle stitch to, you know, separate the colours. Then this is February. And then this is March. I've just started March. I've not done much. So as you can see, there's going to be predominantly quite a few greens in this to begin with. And so as you can see, I've sewed your January, so you can see why I picked the orange for February. And March's is going to, I picked this shade of green here. Can you see this shade of green? And then I'm not going to show you April's, I'll show you next time. So that is my works in progress, and I hope to work on this sometime today. So that is whip number 1, 2, 3. This is whip number 3. I better get all the crochet whips out the way. I didn't realise, guys, I had that many crochet whips. The next one is I'm using Ducky Darling's Superwash Merino with nylon. This is natural. This is an undyed yarn, and it's, oh God, I can't tell you how much I love this, working with this yarn. As you can see, it's a finger weight. And what I'm doing, and I've got all my little mini skeins of purples and lilacs and all different shades of purples and lilacs, as you can see. So I am doing, this is one of my lace doilies, And I think, if I'm not mistaken, this was one of the first motifs that I ever made. Maybe this was it the first or second motif that I ever made. As you all know, my mother-in-law in Turkey taught me how to crochet with the very fine cotton. I keep wanting to call it dentelle plick, which is what we called it. And as you can see, so I have, from this, I'm going to make a wrap. So from this, as you can see, I've done the 4 big squares, so it'll fit me from there to there. This will become a tutorial later on. I'm not sure when, I'm not, and then as you can see, I've used the little purples. I'm using the purples, I'm just picking them up. There's going to be no rhyme nor reason to them, you know, to join. Can you see the little one in the middle? To join. So the next row will join onto this one and this one, and then the next one will join. So can you see how I'm, and I think that's going to be a really nice wrap. I'm not sure whether I will just leave it like that or whether I will finish it off with kind of, I've not decided yet, but I'll just want to do the wrap. And again, guys, there's no rush. This is something that I can, if I'm travelling in the car and I don't fancy knitting a pair of socks, which is what I usually do, this is something I can just work on, and you know, while we're travelling and that. But it's going to be so soft. It's going to be an unusual wrap, because I was thinking, I mean, you could make this into a tablecloth, which it has been. You can make it into, I'm going to try it. I'm actually going to do that. I'm going to make this into a coaster. Just this pattern. I mean, I think they'll be lovely as gifts if you make the little basket that they sit in. You could do a basket, make the coasters and that. So I've got plenty of tutorials for doilies. I've got a lot of them, guys. Some of them might work with thicker yarn and some might not, and that's just the nature of the beast, really. This I think will work with a finger weight cotton, and I've got plenty of cotton. You know, all know cotton's my all-time favourite yarn. So yeah, so watch this space. A lot of doily tutorials coming up, guys, in the future. So yeah, so that was whip number 4, and they're all in my little bee bag by Gemma Bee Makes. I've not heard from Gemma for a while. She's not been doing, I'm hoping she's all right. So, you know, there we go. Really nice. So they're my 4. Now, would you believe, guys, I've only got 3 knitting whips at the moment. 3. So the first one is, as always, I'm doing Stephen West's socks pattern, and this yarn is what was left over from my twist and turns, and it is the Trellis sock. Yeah, the Trellis socks by Stephen. I am going to be doing I'm doing it, but I don't like his heel turn, so I'm going to be doing my own heel turn flap and gusset. So I'm going to, and you know, with me, guys, I always change something, don't I, when I'm working on a pattern. It wouldn't be right, and I bet you do too. So yeah, So yeah, I'm going to be changing it up a bit. I've followed his, I'll follow it up until the heel turn. And these are going to be for me. Rick said, oh, are they mine? I went, no. He said, you haven't made me any socks yet. I said, no, I know I've not. It's going to be later. So yeah, so that's something that I'm going to be working on. Now that everything's sorted, but I'll talk about that at the end. So that is knitting whip number 1. Knitting whip number 2. I'm hoping that the next, well, these 3 knitted whips, I'm hoping, keep your fingers crossed guys, that I get them finished by the end of this month, because I want to start some summer tops, some summer tees guys. I'm desperate to start some summer summer tees. So as you all know, I've been working on Radiate by Joji Locatelli. A beautiful pattern guys. If you've never done a pattern by Joji, her patterns are so well written, and I'm very much old school. I've not been knitting. I think this was my first sweater that I've knitted in the round. So I've always kind of knitted a front, knitted a back, knitted the sleeves, put them together. But to not have any seams, guys, it's amazing and I love it. So this is my Radiate and I'm using Beehive Yarns. And I've finished the body, look, I've finished. And it fits like a dream, and she shaped it so it kind of goes in at the waist and down. And as you can see, I've made a start on the sleeves, so I'm super excited. And it's lovely and warm, and Beehive Yarns, I can't rave about her yarn, and she's so lovely as our Beth. But isn't it just beautiful? And that pop of colour there is just, I can't wait to finish it. Unfortunately, I better won't get to wear it this year until the fall. But, you know, guys, that's just the nature of the beast, isn't it? So, yeah. So, I'm really, really pleased. And it's beautiful. Lovely and soft. Squishy. Very plump yarn. Very plumpish, as you can see. And, yeah, love it. Absolutely love it. It's a DK, which is a 3-weight, and I'm using, as always, my Knit Pro Symphony circular needles. They're my all-time favourite needles. And yeah, so I am cock-a-hoop about that, guys. So the last one is nearly finished too, and this is the Sirdar jacket. So that's what I'm doing, and I'm using Sirdar JewelSpun in this colour, which is Nordic Noir, I think. It's purples and blues, and it's just beautiful. So da 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 da. I've done the back, the side, and what I like about this, the edging is in, you knit it all in one with the side, and I've done the sleeve and it fits beautifully. So doesn't it look lovely? So yeah, so I'm really pleased with how it's, the colours are gorgeous. So that is the back. My tension is spot on. I never have a problem with my tension for my knitting. I've been knitting that many years that my tension is spot on. So yeah, it looks and feels beautiful. It is an acrylic yarn. and it's something that I've wanted to make for a while, because it's, you know, kind of sometimes when I've got my PJs on and it's cold and I don't want to put a dressing gown on because I get too hot, I can just pop this on, or wear a pair of jeans and I'm just nipping to my sister's, or I'm just nipping to wherever. I don't need a coat because I'm going to be straight in and out. I can just pop that on. So yeah, and I'm on this the right side now. So there we are. That's what I've done so far, and as you can see, that's where I was the last time. So yeah, looking good, looking good. So they're all my works in progress. So how many have we got? 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, I've got another one, but I've not done any progress on my mandala blanket, so I won't show you that. I've not done any progress on that yet, because as you all know, hubby and I have been decorating. We had decorators in, and yesterday all my new furniture arrived. So today I'm going to be putting all my ornaments back, rearranging all my books in the bookcase, all my dinner service in my lounge, in my dining room sideboard and display cabinet. So I've got a busy day after I've done this, which is why I did it yesterday. And then for some reason it just I couldn't translate it, I couldn't download it from the camera to the computer so I could edit it. Just wouldn't do it, so that's why I'm doing it again today. So moving on to acquisitions. So I've got 3, I think. So one of them is from my beehive. It's my excuse the, I've not opened it because I wanted to open it with you. So as always, it comes in a nicely wrapped bag, and it says Simple Pleasures Yarn Club, which is what I'm on, from Beehive Yarn. I'll put the link below. Check her out. Ooh, this is the card, which the colours are from, and it says Ritual. Great things are done by a series of small things brought together. Vincent van Gogh. He was one of my favourite artists. I studied art in school, and he was my favourite. And ooh, Ursula, I've got Rubio's tea. Rubos tea, yay! Naturally caffeine free. Maybe I could do some of that. And this is the yarn. Look at all the flecks in it, and the pinks and the purples. It's called Simple Pleasures. Oh, Audrey Classic Sock. This is called Ritual, and 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon, 425 meters, 100 grams, 465 yards. Hand wash recommended, dry flat. Isn't that gorgeous? Don't you just love? I love it. Yay! So that's one of my purchases. This is from, if I believe, this is from a new to me UK dyer, Alex and Danny, I think. Doesn't tell me on the. Sorry for the crinkle, guys. Yeah, it is. It's My Yarny Corner, Alex. She has a YouTube channel, and I'll put it in the link below. This is 100 grams of finger weight 4-ply superwash merino, 75 and 25% nylon, and this is called Hope. And then I bought Naughty Fairy, again the same specs, purples and the greens and the black, like a charcoal grey, and the citrusy lemon. There's some orange in there as well. That's nice. And again, this is a finger weight. And last but not least, I bought the blue pineapple. I love this. Same specs, guys. So yeah, so they're the 3 yarns that I bought from my Yarny Corner. So they're from Alex, and I will put her link below. And last but not least, what's this from? Oh, this is from Ducky Darlings, another UK company. Sorry for the crinkle. So what did I purchase? Northeast Wool Show. Oh, that's August. Oh, I'll keep that. Southern Wool Show. Newbury. That's too far away from me. And thank you for your supporting our small business. So what did I get? Oh, look, I got a musical note, a biscoffy biscuit. Thank you very much, which is the Ducky Darlings business card. I'll put all the links to everybody I mentioned. Beetroot with ginger and orange tea. This is what I wanted. This is what I... Oh, I got a sweet as well. Werther's Original. I got some Panda little needle stoppers. Isn't that lovely? Oh, and there's a link to free higher patterns. So yeah, so I got that, and I got some stitch markers, which I use a lot of in my knitting. So that's them. And then yes, I got some more natural. I got a sock yarn. Mum's the Word. This is, I saw them advertise this on Instagram, and even though I lost my mum, I just had to get it really in memory of my mum, I suppose. You know, make some socks. I might even make my sister some socks with this, because I'll get 2 pairs of socks out of a skein, because I only have small feet. My sister's, I think my sister's in a 5 and I'm in a 4, so my socks will be smaller than hers, but still I'll make her some socks for both of us, make us a pair of socks for both of us out of this, in honour of my mum. Yeah, what do you think, guys? Do you think? And I got 2 of the natural. I love Ducky Darlings natural yarn. It is beautiful, and natural will go with everything. And I bought it to go with my because it's the same yarn for my wrap. I'm calling it the daisy wrap. So yeah, so they're the purchases, guys. There's another purchase that I got, and it's from Ellie, and she contacted me about St. Patrick's Day, And it seemed, when she emailed me and asked me, you know, would I be interested in the St. Patrick's Day kind of Advent thing, I just, Rick bought me for Christmas, he bought me a DNA kit. So I just literally found out that I have 42% Irish in me, both from both parents, Scottish, Welsh, English, and would you believe Norway? Was it Norway? Norway and Iceland. So I've definitely got Viking in me, because that's where all the Vikings came from. So she sent me this card. Bless you for your kindness. And yeah, so more than it's such a pleasure, Ellie. Thank you so much. I will put the link to her YouTube channel and that, and go and check her out. And everybody who I mentioned, please go and check them out. It would be amazing if you could do that. So yeah, so as we're on day 9, and it comes in this little bag. There's lots of little things in here. So so I got 4-leaf clover. I got a key ring. And I've got all these little bags which are stitch markers, so I just need to get the first 9 days. So if you bear with me, 9, 4, 1, 6, 8, 1, 2, 3, 11. So I hope I've got them. Oh, there's 7. Yeah. So what I'll do is the others, I will, I'm not sure when I'll open them. I'm not sure whether I'll open them on camera, because I'm so busy, and I'm going away on holiday next month, our first holiday in 4 years. Oh, hold on, there's something else in here. Oh, I've got some little discs, and I've got Irish in training. And unbeknownst to me, I've got a lot of Irish in me. I've got a lot of Irish from my mum, more than my dad, because my mum, I should have realised really I did have Irish in me, because my mum's mum was Irish. Was she Irish, or was it? Yes, she was Irish. So let's see what we've got. So Kiss Me, I'm Irish. So let's see what stitch marker I've got. This one. Or I might do little shorts. I might do shorts actually. So this is number 1. I'm getting a good selection of stitch markers. Number 2, and it says Lucky. Thank you for doing this. Oh, a little rainbow. Oh, look, it's a 3-leaf clover. That's 2. What I'll do is everything that I've shown you, I'll take photographs off and put them at the end of this video. Some Guinness, frothy drinks, and hold on, that was 3. Where's number 4? This is number 4. Happy St. Patrick's Day, which is the 17th of this month actually. There we go. 4-leaf clover. Look at the Irish. So that was 4. Number 5. Sorry about this, guys. I I just want to show you them because I'm excited to open them. Oh, that's nice. And I like all the, I like the, you know, I prefer this type of opening to the lobster claw. So that was 5, 6. So what are your plans for this weekend? Have you got any plans? We're just, I think this is going to be the first weekend we're going to be chilling out. I know we're going to lunch at our friends on Saturday. So there's a hat. And now on 7. Only 2 more, guys, and then I'll let you, I'll finish off saying what I need to say. Bet you're thinking, come on, Linda, hurry up. There we go. That's another one. Penultimate one. Oh, look at that. That is beautiful, that one. And last but not least, you know, when we were children, we used to go playing in the parks and whatever, and we always used to spend hours looking for a 4-leaf clover. Never did find one. Never did find one. Ah, this is today's. This is today's. So thank you so much, Ellie. So I've got all these lovely, beautiful stitch markers from Ellie. I will put a link below. Please go and check her out. And there we go. There we go. Aren't they pretty? So thank you, Ellie. I think in future I'm going to have to start and do a podcast every 2 weeks because it's getting on to nearly an hour since I started this, and you must be all desperate to move on. Thank you to everybody for all your support, all your thumbs up, all your likes, and that. As I was saying previously, from now on I'm going to be doing 2 videos a week and a live on a Wednesday. I did do a pop-up live last month on a Sunday, and I plan to do a pop-up Sunday every now and again, maybe this Sunday. And yeah, this Sunday I plan on doing just a pop-up live just for an hour. We had a fabulous live yesterday. Ursula was with me on panel and we just had so much fun. Everybody in the chat was amazing, the support I got. So thank you to each and every one of you for attending the lives, for giving all the thumbs up, for all the comments. Your support means so much, not only to me, guys, but to everybody, all content creators. And it is so nice that you take the time to sit and watch me and waffle on about everything that I'm up to. So from me to you, take care, stay safe, but more importantly, as I always say, guys, be kind to you. And until the next video, bye for now. Bye.